Hello, I'm Carlos Lozano Sanz and I'm doing this video with the purpose of explaining the final task I've done for the subject specialized English language to obtain the capacitació per l'ensenyament en l'anglès. As a final task, I've designed two activities to teach secondary school students basic terminology of the electronics field. These terms have been extracted from a text I used in the Unit 1 of this subject about 20 terms, and in addition I selected seven new more terms because I considered was basic for the students to know these 7 new terms. Well, for the first activity, what the students need to do is just a listening exercise. What I've done is I've written a text with a definition of electrical basic definitions of terms like electricity, electron, charge, etc. And I will be using in class an online text reader so that the students can listen the text from a native speaker. In this online text reader, we will choose the accent. We can choose maybe between American, British, etc., and the speed of the speaker. The students will work in teams, and every team will have a paper like this. So they have some drawings with empty boxes. In every empty box they will have to fill it with a term. The system will be they will listen twice or 3 times, taking notes, and in working in a team, they will discuss and they will need to make agreement and decisions about what term to use in every empty box. When they have all the boxes completed, all the teams will swap the papers with the objective of autocorrection of the students of their job. As a final step, the students will discuss in a big group with all the class under the supervision of the teacher to check the exercise is correct or not. As a second task, the students will have a text divided into 7 paragraphs. They will have also a second paper like this with more drawings, and this text and every paragraph of the text will match a different drawing from this paper. They just need to read the text and, working in groups, fill every empty box of the drawing. It will be vocabulary from basic electronics. And as a final task, they will discuss in all the group, in all the class, and the supervision, of course, of the teacher. And finally, they will have to design a crossword with the definitions of all these terminologies. And well, they will be split into 4 groups, and every group will create a crossword which will be solved by the rest of the groups, and finally they will discuss everything with the teacher as usual. And as the second part of this video, I just will explain some points of these activities. For example, the purpose of the activities. The purpose is clear. I mean, it's just the students need to learn some basic electric and electronics terminology. As I said before, between 20 and 27 new terms. They will do by practicing their language skill, like listening, reading, writing, and mainly speaking, because they need to discuss all the time to make decisions about solving these two tasks. The second point is speaking about the structure of the activities. As it can be seen, both activities have more or less the same structure. The students will get some information in the activity 1 by listening, in the activity 2 by reading. They will discuss in group to deal with the activity, processing this information, and they will swap their job in order to check the other's job and share all the knowledge they are learning. And finally, they will all this job will be checked for everyone and mainly for the teacher. The third point is the difficulties I found to design when designing these activities, and mainly the difficulties I found are to be able to connect the teaching of terminology with the contents of the electric or electronics. I just designed these activities for teaching just a specific terminology, but I think the ideal case is being able to treat both fields. I mean, the contents of a specific field and the terminology. As the fourth point, why I think these activities are innovative. Firstly, because the students will be working in a cooperative way, so they will need to work in teams, they will need to make agreements, etc., to deal with these activities. Secondly, because they will improve their collective intelligence, because they need to share all the knowledge and they will be building this knowledge with the help of the others and with the help of the teacher. And I need to speak as well about the assessment criteria, and I will assess in these activities how they work in groups, the interpersonal communication skills, the problem solving capacities, and mainly the language skill, listening, reading, writing, etc., and mainly speaking. And finally, need to speak about the students' characteristics. As I said before, the students between 13-15 years belonging to a second level of secondary school, and they may find difficulties because of the complexity of the text, And but the purpose is not for them to understand everything, but to learn this basic terminology using these texts by listening or reading and working in teams, speaking, etc. The main purpose is they use the language all the time, writing, reading, listening, etc., and mainly speaking, to learn this vocabulary, not to understand this complex, from my point of view, text. And difficulties I can have in the delivery of the activities is probably related to the lack of concentration or disciplinary problems typical in the secondary school education. And this has been my video to present my final task of this subject. Thank you very much.